Alrighty, so I think I know where the computer is, and if it is, then fuck, that's embarrassing. But it's fine. We accomplished like 100 other things in the meantime. But I've been looking for the computer for like, it's been a side goal for like the last like 2 hours, and I think it might have been like just over in the other room. But yeah, I tried searching the school again, and so it's not the school. That pretty much means that it has to be, I believe, just like somewhere in the other room. I live here. God, what's up with my face in this place? Look like a Bioshock splicer. Then it gets the call. Something about an old lady. Is it my old lady? Is she in trouble? The rotor was on this side. Was the computer over here? Yeah, there it is. God damn it. Okay, so we wrote down 356. Aha! Computered. Fuck. This document contains a single URL. Works of ribkin.card.co. I accidentally pressed V instead of Control V, apparently. Posted from... You'll still let me know the fake number. Here are the words of Professor F. I. Ribkin, weirdly lowercase right there. I am Professor Ribkin, and I am here to rel you the truth. Roinks! I should probably get rid of the night mode so we know what this place is supposed to look like. Oh, it's awful. It's worse. God damn it. A drink now. Why has this happened to me? Why am I human? It's so annoying. The science is lying to you. Evolution? Just kidding. Nuh-uh. Imagine if humans, rather than being the generators of consciousness, were in a sort of parasitic relationship with it. What if the consciousness was an underlying, inseparable factor of reality, existing outside of and unconditioned be human brains? We know animals don't possess consciousness. How did humans come about it, and why does Professor Ribkin find the word possess to be inaccurate in this context? The existence of hard problem of consciousness, look here, hard problem of consciousness, Wikipedia page, not a URL because he's a fuckboy. Among other things, suggests that consciousness, in fact, cannot be understood through traditional scientific means. A correlation between electric impulses and conscious phenomena is evident, yet how can we even begin to categorize the raw feelings? Qualia. Okay, the hard problem of consciousness. Boop, boop. In the philosophy of mind, the hard problem of consciousness is to explain why and how humans and other organisms have qualia. Qualia. In philosophy of mind, qualia are defined as instances of subjective conscious experiences. The term qualia derives from the Latin neuter plural form qualia of the Latin adjective qualis, blah blah blah, pronunciation of what sort of... Don't sneeze again. Stop! Why now? God, is it the voice I'm doing? Fuck you. In relation to the specific instances, such as what is it like to taste a specific apple, this particular apple, now. Examples of Go away. Examples of qualia include the perceived sensation of pain, of a headache, the taste of wine, the redness of evening sky. Qualitative characteristics of sensation, qualia, stand in contrast to propositional attitudes, where the focus is on beliefs about experience rather than what it is directly like to be experiencing. I feel like we're in the territory of, like, that hypothetical that everyone thinks that they're deep for thinking, but then we all realize we all thought it at some point, is like, we call colors these things, but what if other people see different colors? How would they know? Because we call it the same thing, and so on. Like, how do we know that the colors we see are the colors that the other people see? American philosopher Charles Sanders Peirce, spelled unexpectedly, introduced the term qualia in philosophy in 1866, and in 1929, C.I. Lewis was the first to use the term qualia, and it's generally agreed upon common sense, blah blah blah. Don't really care about who said it when. The nature and existence of qualia under various definitions remains controversial. Much of the debate over the importance of qualia hinges on the definition of the term, and various... Yeah, I would imagine so. I imagine that what the word means is important. The various philosophers emphasize or deny the existence of certain features of qualia. Some philosophers of mind, like Daniel Dennett, argue that qualia do not exist. Other philosophers, as well as neuroscientists and neurologists, believe qualia exist, and that the desire by some philosophers to disregard qualia is based on an erroneous interpretation of what constitutes science. Many definitions have been proposed. One is simpler, broad definition is the what it is like character of mental states. I don't know how workable that is. The way it feels to have mental states such as pain, seeing red, smelling a rose, etc. C.S. Peirce introduced the term qualia in philosophy in 1866, and in 1929, C.I. Lewis was the first to use the term qualia in its generally agreed upon modern sense. There are recognizable qualitative characters of the given, which may be repeated in different experiences, and are thus a sort of universals. I call these qualia. But although such qualia are universals in the sense of being recognized from one to another experience, they must be distinguished from the properties of objects. Confusion of these two characteristics of many historical conceptions, as well as current essence theories, the qualia is directly intuited, given, and is not subject to any possible error because it's purely subjective. Kill me. Kill me. I think I'm just going to leave it at subjectivity, like feelings and experiences, and think that that's probably what they mean. Reading definitions like this is a great way to make me absorb absolutely nothing, where I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Does this sentence even mean things? I'm just really bad about that. Let's see. Danae suggested that qualia was an unfamiliar term for something that could not be more familiar to each of us. The way things seem to us. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a sense that I can understand. There's 4 properties of qualia. Ineffable. They cannot be communicated or apprehended by any means other than direct experience. Intrinsic. They are non-relational properties which do not change depending on the experience relation to other things. Private. All interpersonal comparisons of qualia are systematically impossible. Direct or immediately apprehensible by consciousness. To experience a qualia is to know one experience as qualia, and to know all there is to know about that qualia. So yeah, basically we're just explaining, like, the taste of a strawberry. You bite a strawberry and you taste it, and you can't give somebody else the same taste to compare it to in, like, a direct psychic way. You can just try to talk about it, basically, and that's it. Subjective, weird, unique, inside of your body experiences. Kind of like when I talked about the idea of like, but what if the colors we experience aren't the same colors thing? Alright, well, back to the original definition. In the philosophy of mind, the hard problem of consciousness is to explain why and how humans and other organisms have qualia, phenomenal consciousness, or subjective experience. It is contrasted with the easy problems of explaining why and how physical symptoms have give a healthy human being the ability to discriminate, to integrate information, and to perform behavioral functions such as watching, listening, speaking, including generating an utterance that appears to refer to personal behavior or belief, and so forth. The easy problems are amenable to functional explanation, that is, explanations that are mechanistic and behavioral. Such as, since each physical system can be explained, at least in principle, purely by reference to the structure of and dynamics that underpin the phenomenon. Proponents of the hard problem, argue that it is categorically different from the easy problems, because we called them that, since no mechanistic or behavioral explanation could explain the character of an experience, not even in principle. Even after all the relevant functional facts are explicated, they argue, there will still remain a further question. Why is the performance of these functions accompanied by experience? To bolster their case, proponents of the hard problem frequently turn to various philosophical thought experiments involving philosophical zombies, which they claim are conceivable, or inverted qualia, or the claimed ineffability of color experiences, or the claimed unknowability of foreign states of consciousness, such as the experience of being a bat. This came up earlier, didn't it? What's it like to be a bat? Didn't this come out earlier in this game? This exact reference? I think it did. Yeah, there's David Chalmers. Yeah, I think that was in the discussion of Chalmers earlier. So they were hitting at this stuff early, but I feel like, God damn, my sinuses. All right. I feel like the notes we read before and the conversation with Lila were already enough that I didn't really need these by comparison. Zooming this in doesn't make it much bigger, does it? Because it auto gutters. So they're saying the existence of the hard problem of consciousness, among other things, suggests that consciousness, in fact, cannot be understood through traditional scientific means. A correlation between electric impulses and conscious phenomena is evident, yet how can we even begin to categorize the raw feelings? Qualia, obviously, cannot exist outside of the context of a singular mind. That is different from any physical phenomena that we have ever researched. Thus, it is not unreasonable, there's so many typos on this thing, to assume consciousness to be a quality that exists unrelated to the meat machines of the brains. Such perspective was prevalent even among the older ones, so a term has emerged. The Prince. Neat. Humans seem to have evolved an analog meat and fluid system, the brain, that conceptually mimics the inner workings of the Prince so well, the Prince was gradually fooled into thinking he was looking in a mirror, and when he saw his reflections dance a certain way, he would occasionally think that it would be fun to dance the same way, and that's how the pain and suffering of the Prince emerged. Humans are on their own nothing. Simple meat machines mimicking the grand consciousness and grand consciousnesses, however, grants them the great depths of knowledge by letting them be its host. Thus the human race prevails. Sometimes a work of art makes so many human mirrors act the same way, the Prince thinks that the work is a creature to inhabit, dance with. So it's like almost like calling out the idea that I would even think that these people I don't even think that these people are like possessing each other. It's more like they're mimicking or behaving alongside each other. A clear example of this is the case of Chet Murray, Washington Post. Is this a real article? Also, in the modern internet, can I even read a real article anymore? It's not real. I figured it wasn't real. Because it's like, it's seen as a, it's meant to indicate that this is a real article in universe, but not in real life, because it'd be kind of weird to use a real life death like Yick did. Chet Murray is the creator of the Dada Dog. This might be riffing on like the guy who created the frog, Pepe. It is a powerful pictorial agent called a meme in the modern World Wide Web. A blurred version of it can be seen below. They won't even show the real thing. It is stated in the article, what began as a harmless picture was later used by a supremacist group consisting primarily of white male adults. It's Pepe. It's literally Pepe. Its insane popularity is difficult to explain, as millions of such pictorial agents are born every day and forgotten in a matter of minutes. Apart from its illustriousness, this artistic presence has had a rather tragic and ironic fate. It almost seems to have gone completely opposite to the author's intentions, ultimately killing the author by the hands of the supremacist group. This is why the image is blurred. I am not willing to be subject to its wrath. The controlled method of creating the ultra-influencing works of any media. For many years, I have worked with my colleague, friend of a lower tier, can't highlight that to read it, a lower tier something, it's redacted, Professor W.A. Lawrence. Since the aforementioned example was made without premeditation and had an effect, it had due to pure luck, question mark? It is believed that media items of high effectivity can only be created intuitively. This is not true. We have been fooled, controlled by the order of bleh, who utilize the artificially crafted mimetic agents in order to control society. Memes are a conspiracy. Professor Lawrence was the one who devised a generalized method of creating such works and controlling them. It's so easy to take this guy seriously when he types like this. The special forces tried to shut him up, hew him up, but you can't hide this seal from us. If I have to decode the typos, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, honestly. Here's a link to his original scientific paper. The password may not be revealed openly, but Demon knows it. Look at answer.txt, base folder, I trust your judgment. And those are all the languages that the game is in. Garage, Heathen, Itch.io, a generalized guide from Uwam Create. It's another... I need the password. Go away, VR chat. I didn't even mean to open you. Let's open it in a new tab. Demon knows it. Look at answer.txt base folder. Hey Demon, what's the password? I tried Qualia. No, don't tell me the password. That's a fake URL. Mr. Demon? Answer.txt. Parasites. I don't know why I just closed that. I might need it again later. I found... Oh, it was probably in the demon folder. That makes sense. Go away. Those are just 4 languages, but the same document, I think, so classified. What? Cray browsing. What did I just press? Oh god. A generalized guide to the creation of ultra-influencing works of any media. Professor W.A. Lawrence, Professor F.I. Riebkin. Introduction. This paper aims to provide a reliable guide intent to be used by the consequent leader of the Lawrence fraternity. Materials and methods. This study was dropped it. Utilizing the method developed by Professor R. Lawrence and his colleague, Professor F.I. Riebkin. A aforementioned means of study, although relentlessly denied by modern neurophysiology, were necessary to negate the known limitation of the rational worldview. The Lawrence method was, among other influences, based on the works of Marcel Griaule, practical Tibetan Buddhism, and some practice of Kabbalah and modern Satanism. Literature cited: Burners of Men, Modern Ethiopia, Mask Dogons, Institute Ethnology, Conversations with Ogotameli, An Introduction to Dogon Religious Ideas, Textual Sources of the Study of Hinduism, Bardo Thodol, commonly known as in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Okay, it's only 4 pages long. Let's not freak out yet. Partially declassified paper. Oh goodness, we're all in now. It's like the chapter, it's like that one chapter of House of Leaves that talks about like echoes or whatever. Part 1. Definition. First, let us define what we mean by ultra-influencing works of any media. As we know, among centuries, a work of art would often surface, the popularity and meaning of which would often go beyond its author expectations and beliefs. Such item would oftentimes be extremely relatable or otherwise influential for almost each and every one of its consumers. After gathering enough popularity, the item would often act as though it had a mind of its own. Such behavior, although only seeming conscious, would almost always ensure the item's relative longevity and effectiveness in social manipulations. For obvious reasons, many individuals, mages, and secret orders have attempted to create and control such items with varying degrees of success. With the growing spread of the World Wide Web, the Yuan have taken many new forms. They now possess a generally lower lifespan, however, vary in effects much more than their predecessors. We may see ideas, zeitgeist reflections, infectious personalities, and so on. It's me, maybe. They all go under a generalized term. Meme. Oh. Metal Gear Solid 2. They predicted everything. You must not confuse those with the orthodox social engineering tools such as online propaganda. However, the two often go hand in hand. When not made by accident, the inherently occult Yuan requires a very specific process of creation and nurturing, as stated in many most outrageous and thus often closest to the truth conspiracy theories. The FBI are known to use them. This partly explains the recently uncovered Farm Fields project. Vast cattle farms discovered near Pentagon. It auto-completes at least. This sounds like a not real thing. Inside Skinwalker Ranch UFO hotspot. Hidden Pentagon records reveal patterns of failure in deadly airstrikes. I don't think this is the real article. Who was it supposed to be from? The Times. Inside Skinwalker Ranch. UFO hotspot probed by the Pentagon where cows were found inside out and soil is radioactive. Probed by the Pentagon, it's not next to the Pentagon. Wait, what is it supposed to say? Yeah, it says near Pentagon. I don't think I'm gonna get a result for this exactly. Probably not. It's probably a made-up article too. Goals. We, the fraternity of Lawrence, blah 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 blah, personally aim to utilize UM for the good of humanity. I, myself, am willing to transcend the human condition in order... Classified. Part 3. The method. So we don't know the goals. We specifically don't get to know what they're up to. Theoretical base. The naturally appearing human creative are no rare phenomena. However, such methodology introduces severe limitations to the practice. Unpredictability. It's almost impossible to tell whether the noospheric imprints, works of art, like nootropic, I think is like a similar root word, produced by humans have the qualities of a Commonly, the main condition for such an imprint to acquire the expected infectiousness is the patronage of an accordingly powerful noosphere dweller. God, I'm falling apart. Some artists and creators do indeed use certain redacted in order to contact the dwellers. However, the results do not seem to show an increase in controllability and often lead to complete annihilation of the author. The lack of control over I'm just going to keep calling it that, due to the deity adopting and or temporarily inhabiting the its behavior remains at the whims of the noosphere dweller. Help me. As contact and control over the existing deities is out of the question, it's almost impossible to tell the ways in which life cycle will unravel. Just the idea that art affects people needs to have like intense next level amounts of like, and it has a consciousness and it's possessed and things. Or are we just anthropomorphizing them to discuss them? As a solution to these glaring problems, the Lawrence fraternity offers a method of manufacturing an artificial noosphere dweller, surrogate mother of controllable UMs. The methodology was carefully extracted mainly from the works of Marcel Grial. M. Grial was an Africanist, researching the life and mythology of the Dogon people. One of his most important discoveries was the instrumental use of a certain family of mushrooms called tet. The Dogons seemed to have found a way to communicate with one of the more suizable, higher-class noosphere deities. For secret purposes, we will not disclose its real name and will refer to it as the Snake Eyes. So this is related to the symbol I stared into earlier? By modifying the traditional rituals of the Dogons, we're able to develop a reliable process for creating our own artificial noosphere dweller. Practical application and risks. As the newly created dweller needs a psychic base for its existence, we had to gather up a group of people who, for the purpose of this experiment, were all told to create a tulpa. I can't believe this word's coming back into my life, with a predetermined appearance. While the brethren believed that the individual tulpas belonged to them only and didn't have any way of contacting each other, the very starting conditions, same tulpa appearance, character, and same meditation practices, had led to the birth of a psychic creature that persists beyond their individual minds. From now on, the creature will be referred to as L. That's Lila. So Lila is a shared tulpa, I guess? Their combined vision of her character would form an ever-changing yet relatively lively noosphere dweller that was completely artificial in her nature. We were sure not to accidentally invite any existing archetypal deity into the process, as it would introduce uncontrollable consequences. The existing archetypes are considered, by far, most powerful and least controllable noosphere dwellers. History shows cases of large-scale calamities introduced by trying to use archetypes of the... For example, this was redacted, but after the document was made, so they decided to later redact this part. This is so due to their universality. The more people know about a dweller, the more characteristics, as well as psychic energy, it borrows. Thus, some archetypes, which exist in every person's mind from birth, should be completely out of the discussion. They would be way too powerful and unpredictable. Maintenance. God, we're still in this fucking nested list. This is interruptions. The artificial dweller we created was given vampiric behavioral qualities due to better controllability. We would have a means of stopping its activity almost instantly by cutting the source of nourishment. In order for L to exist, it needs a fixed amount of so-called psychic energy. In the more primitive times, the main way of releasing it was human sacrifice. As the human race developed, ancient Egyptians were first to acquire a sort of psychic accumulator. Instead of archaic human murder, they would use a more quantitative yet less powerful method of animal sacrifice. We utilized the same technique in order to feed L. For these reasons, the Brethren have a functioning cattle critter farm. This makes me think that the death of, like, the murder that happened was a sacrifice for the purposes of feeding her brain. Emergency handling. It is in an unlikely scenario we lose control over L. All the necessary steps in regaining it are described in the locked document on the main computer. The password for the document is first gold. Okay, we have that now. The instruction regarding the complete elimination of artificial new dweller are present in the same file. Conclusion and achievements. As a result of our efforts, we were able to successfully implement a stable UAM pipeline, a detailed report on each created UAM, their effectiveness evaluation, and lifespans can be found at a lot of later redactions here. Presented here are some of the more prominent items. 98 hours, cancelled. Of leg bones, 8 months. Oh, dog. It's uncensored! This one's gone. Leg bones, but you can't see what this one looks like. Some of the variants can be found on secluded image boards, however they seem to be lacking any of the initial psychic impulse. Natural end of lifespan. Dog. Still active at the moment of the paper's release. Is not L's child. A detailed report, among others, can be found at... crap. T. Just T. Still active at the moment of the paper's release. First successful child of L. T has diverged from the expected meme format and was given a longer lifespan. Despite the significant raise in vitality, due to the change of medium, T seems to have not amassed the required amount of... That's it. So, if L is Lila, then apparently they have already reproduced in some form? Psychic baby? The dog is so dumb. Why is it like this? Let's see. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. That's probably enough for all of that. That article's probably not real. And the thing we got was first gold. Let's see. Right. Oh, it has to be caps lock. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. Things are happening. I just hit tab. I forgot what button reveals what you can click on. I guess it's a PDF. That's like the preview side panel you have sometimes. It's the remainder of the document you've read before. Emergency handling. In an unlikely case of L going out of control, it's useless trying to regain control. Kill her. Yes, you've read correctly, my dear William. M. Lila needs to be no more. The only way to stop her existence is by getting rid of all her hosts. Anybody who has ever come in contact with her is a potential host. After all, if nobody knows about her, she can feed off their energy. But without human hosts, we can't do anything. She is a construct of thought, unable to live independently of people's knowledge of her. Remember that, Will. Okay, so I've been instructed to kill everybody who ever knew Lila existed. That's fun. Not sure how we act on that exactly. That's all that computer has. Yeah, the teth and the mushrooms. So this is what was referenced a minute ago. We did that by staring into the thingy. Get me out, let me out, let me out. Okay. Will. How doths I really shouldn't go back there. Okay, but how am I gonna kill everybody? You ever think about that? Let's see. What? The number changed? It's only 3 digits this time? Who is it? I must have dreamed it. Father Lawrence? Is that you? Lawrence. I don't know, is this the same conversation? Thought you died in that fire. Ah, fuck. It's just the same thing. So the phone number will just change. It's not a new number though. Ribbikin. Yeah, that's just how you get access to the computer in the first place. And then I like didn't realize it was in the next room over. So that's funny. Womp womp. That's gonna be a thing people scream at me for. Oh. Hi. Howdy. I'm Special Agent Arnold Hill. William Clark, correct? Please, come with us, would you? Uh-huh. It is pretty awkward that I went into a room with a computer, and then I went to another room and did the phone number thing, and then immediately forgot where the computer was from a minute ago. Whoops. Although, didn't they... I don't remember. I don't remember when I installed Daemon. Did I install Daemon in that process? Because that would potentially be why I'd get thrown off, because I'd had to do a whole thing. Anyway. Boop. So the new one was the Hierophant. The list groweth. We're at 9. So, a Hierophant. Will has come a long way to learn the truth behind the fraternity, didn't he? Yeah. Right. A lot of hoop jumping just to learn what I could already have told him myself. By the way, you. That fire was your men's job, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, so it's not just us, because I didn't fucking do that. It was us. Obviously, Lawrence was aware of the FBI knowing of the UA. Moreover, we have been utilizing them proactively for the last 10 or 15 years. So this is the most he's diverged from us narratively since basically his introduction. We were a bit late with the fire, though. Another strange repeating word. I think that might have been a thing in House of Cards. Now Lawrence is in a place where there is no time at all. So it was you who stole all my food? He called Lawrence when I was asleep. I know. What'd they talk about? Did he read what was in the secret file? Come on, detective. You know I'm curious. What was written here? I'm not sure if you're playing with me here, Lila. You are a haze, composed of many human minds intersecting. A construct of thoughts of many hosts. Wait, how you... As long as there are humans who know about you, as long as you have hosts, you can't be killed. So, are you going to just... There. There doesn't seem to be a different way to do it. I'm so sorry, wait. Game closed. Uh-huh. Yeah, if you have to get rid of all of the people in the body, you gotta kill the current host and also every other host. Alright. Was that an ending? But I'm back. I can't be stopped. Wake up and grab your brush and put a little makeup. Well, they're on 13/11. That doesn't sound like a time of the day when you say on. Do you ever see a dead dog in this game? Dead dogs are referenced a few times, I think. Some people are drawn to dead dog, I think it was said. Which might or might not be a reference to the symbol itself. Angie phase. Fuck. It fought me. Oh fuck, this is so weirdly hard to click on the right part of the face. Why is it so weirdly hard? I'm always impressed by how hard it is to click on. Oh, am I getting nodes? Where'd these come from? I'll be sad. Oh no, he's dead. They accept that one. I will inflate my nose to intimidate them. Oh, it's freaking out a little bit. Maybe because of all the times it's open and closed. School, home. Almost choked on something a little bit. Just drinking wrong. I've trapped myself in the phone calls. I guess I can just not answer. He always says that, but I don't know how relevant it is anymore. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anywhere to go at this point. Oh, I have to answer it. I feel like I've followed up on almost every loose end we've encountered so far. I'm gonna have to wait for this thing to beep. One of the things I figure is maybe we can get different outcomes with some of the characters you talk to, because that's more abstract and hard to figure out the logic behind. Yeah, I tried being angry at her. I don't think anything works on her. So there is a scroll bar now. Tanya is a flashback. The party's a flashback. The train station just feels like it's a stealth mission. There might be a specific reaction you can give him where he... I wonder if there's a specific reaction you can give the guy at the train station where he doesn't suspect you and that changes the outcome of that scenario. And there's just a bunch of different conversations at the school that might play out differently. See, I'm having trouble thinking of where to go next, but one thing that does come to mind is maybe if I can avoid getting thrown off the roof. But that is a long storyline to play through, hoping you can get a different outcome. Although I guess once I get there, I can keep loading my save and trying the conversation over and over again. Yeah, I feel suspiciously close to like the idea that I've already finished the game in a way, because of the way that like it culminated in. I got the credits to fire once. I got L to get murdered by you. I suppose I should pause this previous scene and see if I can get a different outcome with these other kids. Is that you, Will? Where have you been? Where's Tanya? Disgust. I can't disgust. Ah, I couldn't unsmile. I'm not joking. She hasn't been answering her phone. She's not at home either. Just smiles. Is she? What's going on, Will? You know something we don't? Of course he fucking knows. Martha's told us all about you two. I knew you'd fuck everything up ever since Tanya met you at Matt's party. Jim, could you stop? You aren't going to help us get any new info that way. Oh. So, playing detectives now, are we? No, it's not like that, Will. No, I get it. The trouble is, I don't know where Tanya is, my friends. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. You know, if I'm being frank here, you guys don't have to be so nosy. Just keep smiling and being creepy. Look at me go. Maybe she just needed some time alone. You smiled. It came out insincere. Do you think this is funny? Look, but I'm not sure you noticed. We don't like you, okay? Ever since Tanya started hanging out with you, I knew it was a bad idea. Jim? What, Regina? What am I saying wrong here? Weren't you yourself just saying how weird this douche is? Will, it's not like that. No. It's alright. I understand. I can't help you, though, unfortunately. Believe it or not, I myself didn't even know Tanya was missing. Oh, fuck off. Jim, stop this. I don't know, Regina. Something fucking happened to Tanya, and this fuck's just grinning like nothing's wrong. I can't take it anymore. Just shut up. Why am I always the only one doing all the work? Well, you just act like an asshole. Oh, so I'm the asshole now. What about... Listening to your friends bickering fills your hearts with sadness. You decide to scram. So now we know what happens if you just keep smiling through the whole thing. Some of these conversations do have a bunch of different outcomes, and some of them kind of don't. Energy drink. Blah, 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 blah. Smile. Smile. With my normal face. Look at my normal face smiling. I remember you. Wait, no. Neutral. And that gives us back access to room 430. Why do they have you grab her key first, then say talk to her on the roof? I guess I still haven't finished the original objectives this game gave me, which is to do with this series of events. I've never actually made it through this series because the one time I've been to the roof, the guy threw me off the roof, and I don't think that was quite what we were going for. Let's see if I can find a different way to navigate this conversation. Hello, Martha. Oh, Martha's frightened. What are you doing here, Will? I want to talk to you about something, Martha. They've been to the principals. Answer. This is when I was scaring the shit out of her. A bad friend. Hey, asshole. Fuck you, angry face. Angry. This made Mike more alert. He tenses up. I've been looking for you. Where's Tanya? Let's see. Angry is probably not the best option, but I do wonder what happens. He stays the same. Don't pretend you're tough. Let me beat the shit out of you. You're behaving like a child. I'll fucking quit school if I need to. Angie. This one's fighting me a little bit. Let me do it. He made an angry face. This looked weird. Mike tenses up. Yeah, right. Where is she, freak? I don't even care if she cheated. Just need to show she's fine. More angrier than ever before. This looked sincere. Mike's almost confused. The hell do you mean? Martha told me. She's lying about us. I'm not. It's not looking great because nothing's really changing so far. God, that was last second. Shit. Mike's getting more pissed. What's with the face? You want to go, bro? Mike! I can crush you like a worm. You can't be serious, dude. I'll fucking crush you. Any follow-up to your words? Are you for real? What? Have you forgotten the last time you tried to fight me? Do you mean that time when you saw me walking home with Tanya? Was that trying to fight in your eyes? It wasn't like that, freak. Don't try to make a victim out of yourself. Martha's almost crying. Will, please, I'm asking you, just tell him what you know. He's not that bad. You have to understand how painful it is for him. I know you've had your differences, but... too bad. Angie, I don't know anything. You made an angry face looked weird. You're lying, aren't you? Saw Martha. Say, Martha. What did I say immediately when Tanya introduced him to us? You don't have to do this, Mike. I said, hope she doesn't hook up with that freak, didn't I? I could just smell it in you. Just in how you look and move around. How no one knew where you came from and how you had no friends. Tell me, are you happy now? Mike, stop it. We don't even know for sure if he has anything to do with it. Oh. Oh, Martha. But wasn't it you who passed the word around? Because of you, everyone and their mother knows about me and Graves' girlfriend. She wasn't talking to you, freak. And you don't have to be a detective to notice that something was wrong between you two. She loved me. More than you. Shut up. And she had nice tits. Shut up, I said. She told me she's... Oop. Oh. Ah! Ah! Did he break my legs? I guess in making him angrier, I broke my legs instead of falling off the roof? That's different. Jeez. Oh. I have to get up. Oh, he's okay. He's fine. Get to Martha's apartment. Wait, is this actually... I'm actually making it down the list of tasks. It's very funny to me that this game has a list of tasks, but... you almost always diverge from that route. It's like Stanley Parable. Stanley went through the door on the left, and like technically you can follow the critical path, but that's only one route. He's fine. Look at him just walking around. Does Lila do that too? Fix your legs? At the extent of my being puppetedness? Ah. Can you make saves whenever you want? New save. Legs broke. You can make manual saves too. Oops. Didn't mean to hit exit. Does seem like this place is making creepier noises than normal, or is that just what they always sounded like? Yeah, talking about the dog sticker on Matthew's locker. We know about that. How do I leave? There we go. There we go. It always feels a little goofy whenever I'm trying to leave, go somewhere by going towards the screen. So I said to go to Martha's apartment. Am I just killing her like the same way all over again? Like, Okay. Is any of this helpful? I feel like I might just be on the same path again. I guess maybe since it's later on, Martha will already be home, so I'll have a different interaction with her than when I ambushed her. Good evening. Young man, excuse my asking, do you live here? Scared? I don't fucking... disgusted. Oh. I mean, no, sir. Not really. The lady from 97 has called for me. Oh, I guess that works. I'm a rat exterminator. What? The tenant still doesn't look convinced. So, apartment 97, you say? Well, how about we call the miss and ask her about it? Okie dokie, go for it. I don't have a fucking plan. I'm just trying to follow the quest log, but I don't actually know how we're gonna proceed here. You shrug your shoulders. Sure, do that. Do you have her phone? He seems taken aback by your eagerness. No, I don't. Some neighbors you guys are, then. It's alright, I believe you. But I'll be sure to come check on you in half an hour, you hear me? We are a very close community in this condominium. Martha does not live in apartment 97. It should be alright. Okay, so am I just killing Martha again? I feel like I didn't actually accomplish anything new then. I've been here before. Ah, fuck. Dang it. I've been here before. Have to wait for a while. You ever coming? There she is. So this is the scene. Angie? Help! Someone please! What did I just do? Wait. Tanya? The time that they briefly... yeah, now that comment makes more sense if we actually are Tanya.
The name is Lila.
I guess I thought this would go differently because we were already able to reach her in a different storyline without going on the roof. She's dead as fuck. Sorry. That's quite the visual. I guess if I'm already doing this whole thing, I did a different version of the previous conversation, so like now I could do a different version of the meeting with the police. Because I seem to do a good job when I was being interrogated, so maybe if I do a bad job, I'll get a different ending. Act like a giant coward. Hey. Yeah, we did the roll this. Being interrogated again. You sad boy? My confidence is destroyed. I'm so sad. I don't know my rights. I don't want any water. I'm too sad for water. Pardon if I'm being insensitive, but have you been diagnosed as neurodivergent? No. Have you ever been evaluated by a neurologist? No, never. Gotcha. Alright, now, we'll have a photograph here. Do you know who this is in this photograph? Sad, that's Tanya Kennedy. Something wrong, kid? You look frightened. I don't know. I'm just afraid that I'll say something wrong. What do you mean by that? I don't know. I'm afraid I'll say something that will make you think I did something wrong. What was your relationship with her? More sad. Oh god. That's so hard to be sad. Wait, no, this is fucked up. Why is it so hard to be sad? Oh my god. These fucking expressions are so hard to fix once they get into a weird knot where I'm like literally, I can't even tell where to click to interact with them anymore. Could you elaborate? Say hello, we talked. Martha Jennings is one of my friends. Why does he say that Martha's a friend when We just killed her. Like, why mention her at all? Sad face. Your face doesn't seem to convince Officer Hutchins. Well, William, I do think you knew that already. It is highly unrealistic that you didn't, especially considering what your friends told me. Why is it disgusted? Literally, how is it disgusted? I don't understand the facial expressions. I have no idea how to fix them when the game freaks out and throws them everywhere. They aren't my friends. Come again? They aren't my friends. They hate my guts. All of them. How come? I don't know. I guess I'm just not good enough. You know, as a human being. Why not? Well, you know, my face. I can't talk to people. I'm a failure at pretty much everything, sir. Well, that's not usually why people hate somebody. What you say is the case. I'd think they pity you. No, they fucking don't. I mean, sorry, they don't. How do you know that? Well, they wouldn't pick on me if they pitied me, would they? You wouldn't call me names and hide my stuff and steal from me. What have they stolen from you? Many, things. I see. I'm not sure what you're getting at, though, Will. I'm just saying that if anything happened to Tanya, and it was their fault... What? Do you think these guys are trying to frame you? So sad. I'm so sad, so very, very sad. You're saying something happened to Tanya? I don't know that. All I know is that they hate me, sir. Well, do you have anything to back that statement up? No, sir. We will interrogate them too, so don't worry. We'll find out the truth. Let's change the topic for now. I'm not going to grill you about this, but I need to know you're part... I know you've been a part of a certain gathering. This is all new. The Lawrence fraternity. Ring any bells? Yes, sir. Is this something you are comfortable talking about? Yes, sir. Even if I wasn't, you'd interrogate me anyway, wouldn't you? So please, ask away. Right now, I'll just need a couple of details. First, when was it exactly you enrolled? June 11th, sir. But I've been helping out Father Lawrence for a while before I was actually initiated. I might want to write that down. That might be relevant. I don't know. I'm kind of lost right now. I had a lot of loose ends to follow for a long time, and now I'm just kind of like trying to figure out what I haven't done yet. Because there might be branches of the same storylines even. Whereas like entire major branches were really obviously still lingering before. Alright then. What was the mission of the group? Did you try to convert as many people as possible? Not really, sir, actually. It seems that only Father's closest circle was allowed in. As for the end goal, I was never told what it was, or if there was one. It seems I was too low of a tier. No chance to get higher in the hierarchy now, since the fire? Tell me more about that, please. So the place where the fire happened was where the Lawrence organization was then. That's where they all met. That's why it was a second home. You weren't present when it happened, right? Yes, sir. Why? It must have been a group meeting. I was at home, ill. A migraine. Is there anyone to confirm that? Yes, actually. Miss Hutchins, my concierge, was kind enough to come and check on me. Oh, so Dorothy's... Alright, we'll check on that. Now, William, I will leave the room now. Another officer. Yep, here comes the bad guy. I'm just kind of brute forcing certain emotions just to see what kind of comes out, and it's doing stuff. I'm the bad cop. Do you understand? No, I'm so sad and scoured. No. Stop moving facial expression pieces. No! Don't be disgusted. I didn't tell you to be disgusted. How dare you? Of course you do. Come on, buddy. Tanya Kennedy. Yeah? When you last see her, Will? About a month ago. I'm so sad. Stop. Don't move his chin. I don't even know what the chin will do in this case. Nope. How is that a smile? How is that a smile? This game makes no sense to me. I don't... It makes me feel like I don't know what a human face looks like at some point. Like, how the fuck is that a smile? How is it a smile? Which part of his face is smiling? And where was that? We hung out near my house? Where? The exact place, please. An abandoned building. It used to be a condominium, I think. Weird place to hang out at, huh? What did you two do there? I don't know, just hung out and talked. What was your relationship with the girl? I'm a sad boy, except when I can't make myself sad, because it's so hard. God, it turned into a smile again somehow. How did it do that? His face changes. So, friends. Seems to be lost in thought. Now listen carefully. Found a female torso. What? I'm so sad and scared. No. He ignores your reaction. Was doing a DNA test. Did you do it? I didn't do it. I'm so sad. I didn't do it. Why would I do that? This is crazy. I don't even know if the chin affects your face. Made a sad face. You do realize she has a family, right? This guy's just fucking floating over here this whole time. Just wondering if he comes up again. We're looking for his body. No, this seems new. Got lazy with the last one. Used for what? Sad. Don't play dumb. Find even a little bit of DNA and Will, you're fucked, William. Fibers, all that other shit I said before, remember? I didn't. Please, Will, it's no use now. Yeah. The best and the worst are drawn to dead dog. Which is, I think that's come up a few times there. What a very strange saying that's very hard to parse, and he says it strangely. No, no, no. It's just not... She didn't... She wasn't even scared when I killed her. I killed her, sir. I killed Tanya Kennedy. Thank you, Will. You did a good job just now. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, left click scrolls faster. It's like these are like vaguely real endings or something, and that it does roll credits when you get to these ones. No! I didn't mean to click on that. Let's see. I think I got a new one. Strength. Oh, I thought that was a tar, but it's like a dog and a lady separately. Okay, so we unlocked a new ending, so that counted as something. I guess it's when you confess as opposed to getting caught. I wonder if you can get away with it. Because I've never gotten away with it. Was I doing that last time? I don't think I was doing that before. Oh. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Will. It's never that simple, is it, Detective? You tricked me, Lila. So she's still here. He killed Will last time we were here. Your sorrow's exquisite, Detective. I haven't had such a feast in a while. If I knew just how rich your pain was, I'd never have bothered to inhabit William. You're horrible, Lila. Well, that's a harsh thing to say. At least I'm not the one to kill an innocent boy, Detective. You need to leave. I need a moment. Oh. Huh? Is there someone with you? Please pick a card. Uh-huh. What? How did this happen? Did Will turn himself in? Was it your plan all along, Lila? But I thought it ended a different way. I don't get it. Have you heard of the Garden of Forking Paths, Detective? Bohr's short story? Yes. I mean, I get it. The story could have unraveled in many different ways and so on. You don't have to be a genius to understand that there are multiple possible routes. But which one of them actually happened? You don't get it. They all happened. But in alternative universes or something? No. In this universe, silly. But which one is canonical? All of them are. And none of them are. You seem to think that some of the dreams you see are more important than others, Detective. I suggest you reconsider. All of them are equally ephemeral. All of them are nothing but dreams. That's all we have for now. He shot Will and there was follow-up to that as well. Okay. Which now we're questioning the canonicity of his own interactions. Let's get out of here before I get stuck in a phone call or something again. You're so pushy about me getting the key. I don't know if he ever, like, says more than he has been or what. He hasn't had a ton of impacts lately. Let's see. We'll try the train station and see if I can get this guy to believe me. What would I do? Fear? No, I don't know about fear. Disgust? I need to convince him that I'm not being spoken to by the lady, and I don't know what emotion I haven't done yet. Disgust. Nope, disgust. You look disgusted. This looks suspicious. He doesn't react differently. That's fine. That just means this is a bust, and I can just go somewhere else. We're sorry. Your call did not go through. Wait, can I not leave? Am I not allowed to leave this area once I come here? On 1311. That should be November 13th, right? I don't know why it's out of order. Yeah, it's definitely out of order. I think the game is Russian, so that's the date order for in Russia, maybe. But the game takes place in, like, Michigan, doesn't it? What I find interesting is that when I was on her phone, it said my current date. It said what time it was now. Let's see. So is this ARG shit? Ah, I lost it. If her cell phone was saying my current time of day, then maybe this is based on what fucking... This seems annoying. How do you change what day it is? Set time automatically off. November 13th. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Go away. Oops, it clicked it weird. Ah. So it's now November 13th. Oh. What? Okay, well that did something. Please, don't go closer. Stay in the corner there, please. They're all dead, aren't they? The newsletter said so. Even Father Lawrence, what? And I have to say it now. Lila, I won't kill any more animals for you. That dog was... Oh, there it is. Lila, why did you tell me to stay home that day? I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. You have to leave. She specifically got William to stay home because otherwise she would have lost every connection and she would have ceased to exist. I don't know where. You must just be a piece of me. You are not more than I am. So, why can't you just leave? Please. Please, stop this nonsense, Will. You know, I can't leave you. But something has to change. How tall is she? Don't worry about it much. It's important to keep a clear mind. It will be just like a swap of lenses in a kaleidoscope spelled with a C. Or reels in a movie projector. Don't run from it. Just let me... No. Don't touch me. Uh-huh. Okay. Now what am I looking at? It's not first person. Oh, I'm there. The giant fucking staircase? Oh, this room is huge. Okay. Oh, that's a sound we've heard a few times. Oh, there she is. Can I click on the thing I was inspecting? An old column, I can't tell how old. Oh fuck, that really... I really got stuck there for a while. Damn. Okay. She's far away. I think I can make it this time. It's really hard to tell what perspective is anymore, honestly. Just gotta hope for the best. What's the background doing? Well, he's up there. It's gonna be pretty hard to avoid. Slowly heading up. So I think I still have to avoid her like a stealth mission, but I also can't see where my goal is. Okay, this is something. Get away. Get away. Oh god, she's turned the whole screen white, kind of. Okay, well, best you can do is just hope we go straight for this exit. Uh-huh. Okay. Jesus, some theater, I guess? Sure. Why not? I don't see her coming after me yet. The reels, again. Junk. Oh, that's where all the reels are. You got another reel. Okay. It's useless now, Will. You think you've got the upper hand? You are just delaying the inevitable. No. Oh, there goes the reel. Hope you didn't need that. Did you need that? Is it good? Ah. The tower. Okay. But how many of these are there now? I guess it's easier, it's actually easier to see here. Okay. 11? So going by the Steam page, which we had to look at in this process, there's like 4 left to go? So, the trickster gets tricked, eh? You could say so. It wasn't a fair play. Will would have benefited so much from giving up his reel. What are these reels? What's on them? Just garbage you humans collect throughout your life. Memories, habits. Although, sometimes you get something good. Are you referring to yourself? Well, obviously. You humans still need something to see me as. So you construct a projection of me. The way you construct projections of other people you know. All your identities are just silly pieces of film illuminated by the prince. Aren't you the same? Oh, I'm so much more, detective. So we have at least 4 more to go. Somehow. And I'm on a mission, damn it. God, the moon was ages ago now. The sun. Wasn't the moon from us going out on the walk? That was the first flashback. Wow, that was that early? The Wheel of Fortune is when we got it from the statue. Hang on. Okay, that might be interesting, actually. So we encountered the monster thing in the boiler room. That was my first ending. It was real weird. But they told me to close my eyes, and I did. So maybe I don't. I'm trying to remember if there was more to do at the cafe. I vaguely feel like there was a place I got to that, like, we needed to... It was implied that I was there too early or something. But I might be imagining that. I'm trying to think of what it was, but if it was anything, it would be the cafe, maybe? Like, as if I got to the cafe too early. Getting this close to turning on the double-click the teleport button. And this guy tells me to follow the sounds. It was a wild introduction because he's immediately referring to me as Lila. So this time this one has the music coming out of it, so that changed it. I do kind of wonder what happens if you go the wrong way in this segment. You go back to the beginning. Okay, so if every time I didn't go back to the beginning, I was going the right way. Oops. This one clearly has music coming out of it. Wait, what's going on? Has advice changed from Run to Run? Wait, isn't music coming out of the one that I'm clicking on and it's sending me back here? And it's gone here. And that one loops me? Well, now this time this one's making the music. Okay, well now I'm somewhere else. I don't know what that was. That seemed like a glitch almost. Yep, this one's making the sound. Only one option here. The lady touched the burning wires. And here we are. So how does this work out? If I just stare her down. Death. That's it. I guess you just don't get the wheel, so you get death. Sure. These are feeling a bit less substantial at this point, though. Are you afraid of death? I think death means different things to us, Hugh. I won't die if you shoot a gun at me. But a full understanding of my story, a loss of interest that closure brings, that's... well, never mind. Forget it. What about you? I'm not sure. I've died many times, but all I was met with was a different dream. Along your path, have you ever stumbled upon a man with 6 arms and snake eyes? I have. Just once. When you leave me, and this dream, try to recall what he said. You're in a very special position right now. You have the opportunity to either jump into the wheel again, or be free of dreams forever. Don't waste it. This time, try to make death be the end of you. We have to get back to the dream. It's such a shame we have. I wish we could talk more like this, you. We seem to have exhausted the cards to talk about. Okay. Are they saying to make sure my next death counts? Like my next death? What does it even mean? What'd you say? No, after that. The universe. Yep, the universe comment. I think this is how I get kicked off. So going back through the recordings, I was curious about the wheel, and I was able to find that the wheel disappeared in this sequence. So I got the wheel in one ending and it persisted into the other endings, which is weird, because it's not how things... That's not how your inventory normally works. I was trying to remember where it went away. Get through this whole sequence again, though. I feel like you'd kind of would hope that the outcomes would be more divergent, but you kind of do just replay the same sequences over and over again. Including all the dialogue and facial expressions. Funnily enough, what came to mind partly here was that she kind of turns into a wheel. I don't think that's related, though. Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened because I didn't... It was like a limited collectible kind of thing, but I think I put the wheel on the thing. Here we are. So I think when I changed the projector, I think I put the wheel on it, but I don't have the wheel now because I didn't get it again. Okay, so now there are no projectors on this thing. There's no reels on the projector. But I think that'll make this different. Because I think we're going to essentially get the normal ending from getting here, whereas I got like the more exclusive, more secret ending the first time because I had the wheel. But I didn't know what the wheel was for because I only got it by happenstance because it was literally the first ending I found. So this at least changes something, because I used the wheel the first time and now the wheel's gone. Do I still get electrocuted? Okay, I am controlling forward. Okay, I see. I thought I had control of this, like left and right steering, because it's like, it looks like it's about to hit the bank a few times, and then I start hitting a direction and it feels like I saved it, but I actually don't. I can't control left or right at all, I can only press forward. The boat just starts banking after I'm like, oh god, I gotta bank. So it feels like I did it. The Fool. I still made it. I finally made a save for myself at Martha, so I can stop having to do the entire sequence involving talking to the people downstairs, talk to the other girl, get her keys, and all that. That I should have made that ages ago. I didn't realize how much I'd be revisiting these things, though. The same ones, I mean. The Fool. In tarot, this is my favorite card. The Fool. I get what you're saying. Too bad we're here now. Yes, seems like whatever William did there didn't really help. Still, I like to imagine him some other place. As clear-minded and childlike as the Fool. Not remembering and not assessing the junk around him. Just being. That's why you envy us, isn't it? You can't do that yourself and you rely on food we humans give you. I don't envy anybody, you. There's no use in comparing stupid glass shards, even if you think one of them is yours. We seem to have exhausted the cards. There we go. Okay. I should have counted on the other screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 more endings to go to the 15 we were told to get. Okay. Alright, well given the last 2 things then, I have now replaced the reel with the wheel, and I've taken away the reel. So what if I just leave? And don't touch the reels at all? The logic flows that that itself is its own separate, discrete outcome from the others. My eyes! My eyes! Alright, endings? The High Priestess. Okay, that did work. Man, okay. If I was more conscious about being doing manual saves, I definitely should have made a manual save in that dream vision thing so I could stop freaking having to earn my way back into there over and over again. Load game. Use office. That's 14. The High Priestess. So, just who are you, Lila? Oh, I am Will's Tulpa. He made me after the passing of his mother to... Oh, wait. No, I'm the vengeful spirit of the girl named Tanya Kennedy and... Oh, no, wait. I'm a scientific experiment conducted by the US government to brainwash its citizens to... Or, am I a metaphor for mental abuse everybody has seen about 100 times already? Or am I a twisted incarnation of Will's dark, tormented psyche? Ooh, which one is it, detective? Playful as usual, I see. Don't worry, Lila. I won't stop until I find out. Even if it means I'm feeding you in the process. Please do, my friend. We seem to have exhausted our cards, yep. You are actively doing what she wants. This is why she benefits from you, is because you want to do this. Alright. If I am correct about which one is left, then this should be pretty fitting. I guess we'll do the legs broke ending. I think, given what's happened so far and how multiple endings have themselves been in the police station, I feel like now is... Oop. Misclick. It's hard to find the door or the ways out of this place. Yeah, you can't see the... There's no footsteps here. Let's get out of here and go home. Yeah, given the other police station and... shit, I have to go kill Martha still. It's gonna take a little while. But yeah, the thing that I have not yet succeeded at is not getting caught. So I'm probably gonna have to make a save at the beginning of that process and just... hope I don't get caught at all, I guess. Alright, save. New save. Can I get... where is it? There it is. Finally a save at the interrogation so I can stop killing Martha. I mean, normal problems to have. Let's see. Do you know why you're here? No. Submit. Neutral, because it's like, what's up and up? That's correct. Let's be polite. 'Cause I think I was sad before. You've been at your rights before, right? No, thank you, sir. I guess it's me being polite again. Because I was definitely not polite before, and he seems suspicious of that. Alright, now, Will, I have a photograph here. You know who's in this photograph? Yeah, don't react. Didn't know each other well. We're trying to act like we don't know who this person is. Which is going to be a problem when they catch me in my lie. But for now, we're just kind of playing along. This is... What? She's dead? Gasp. No. Sad. Angry. Fuck. They aren't my friends. I hate their guts. Okay. No more fancy clothes. I'm smart. Finally, you know, my face. How does this hate express itself? Well, for the most part, they just act like I wasn't there. You know, they'd call me names, freak, weirdo, kid stuff, hide my stuff, destroy things I own, steal from me. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to frame me. Now we're angry because we're doing this whole shtick, I guess. Angry face. You're agitated. They're pretty sure when they said it was you. We are good at detecting lies. We've talked to Martha Jennings. She's lying. I'm telling you. She's always done that. Let me guess, they all just sat there with their stupid faces as if they were worrying. Maybe some tears, eh? No fucking way it's me. It's bullshit. Will. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking murdered her. Like those Dada weirdos. Hell, some of them could be part of the Dada group. Now, calm down. Calm down, William. I hear you. No need to be agitated. We are here to talk. And figure out all these things out. You realize they are friends with Michael Graves? And that the Dada are the right extremists? It's basically nonsensical for any of them to be a part of it. No one would ever be friends with the racist. Peculiar that you know about the group at all. Where have you learned about it? What? The internet. What else? Alright. This isn't very important anyway. Let's change the topic for now. I'm not going to grill you about this, but I know you've been a part of a certain gathering. The fraternity. Been through this before. Enrolled on June 11th. No chance to get higher in the hierarchy now because they're dead. I was sad, and I was gone, and I was sick with the migraine. I don't know how to tell if I'm doing good in this sequence. And this one's rougher. That's kind of on purpose. Spit it out. You know why you're here? I still don't know why I'm here. Nope. Calm down. Become chill, please. Oh my god, it wants to be angry so bad. It does stop for a few seconds before it's over, at least. Your face remain neutral. Well, I think you do. Let me refresh your memory. Tanya Kennedy. Yep. Stay. Chill. Swear to God, dude. How was that a smile? Okay, thank God I got out. Ugh. When did you last see her? I don't remember. Must have been more than a month ago. Save those fairy tales for Ted. Told you a month ago. Okay, that's an angry response. Stay angry. Don't escape me. I made an angry face. And where was that? We hung out near my house. An abandoned building a condominium. You two there. We hung out, talked. We've been through this already. You're in big trouble, mister. What's your relationship with Tanya Kennedy? Just chill. Friends. A female torso. Well, definitely shocked at that. What? Not a smile. God damn it. I'm just trying to act surprised, and but he's scared instead of surprised. What, you think I'm joking with you? Buddy, there's a dismembered body. Do you even fucking realize what's going to happen to you? Stage, just chill. Chill, chill. Chill. No. No. Neutral? He looks like he looks very... This is very funny to him. Find the body. Used for what? Make the eyes big. How do you... I don't know how to be a surprised. I made it surprised, apparently. Don't play dumb. Find even a little DNA. Dead dog speech. You fucked up. I didn't do it, Angie. Angie face. Stop blaming me for this. This probably look convincing. Then who did, Will? I don't know. You don't know, do you? Unfortunately, there's about 2 ways this can go. Did all this before? I don't believe that, though. Do you, Ted? So, Will, the bruises you showed us earlier, that's Michael Graves who gave it to you? Scratches? How the hell does this guy give another guy nail scratches? Well, I thought they said I thought they said bruises. I told you he's wearing rings. He's a rock fan or something. I've noticed an Ozzy Osbourne poster in his locker. Yeah, I remember. You told me that. This seems to correspond with what the others said. Unfortunately, Mr. Graves seems to be a very short-tempered boy. So, William, will you actually be able to testify against Michael in court of law? Absolutely, sir. Is this it? Come on, Ted, don't tell me... we'll talk later. The interrogation is over for now, William. We'll tell you when you're free to go. There's just a bit of paperwork left. Frame an innocent person achievement. What? Judgement. Oh, there we go. Arcana 20. Why? They framed this very confusingly in the narrative because they didn't necessarily indicate that I fucked up the first time I did it. They just had the discovery about Martha come in, which is not related to my behavior in this scene. Strange. Judgement. That's a full looking screen. Okay, I think I did it. So probably go back to use office and then do the last tarot. If this doesn't end it, I don't know what else to do next necessarily. What a strange outcome that was. I do feel bad about Michael's fate. Oh, do you feel bad about what's going to happen to Graves? I wish I could do something about it. You do have the power to divert the way some events go. You won't lull me into a false sense of safety, Lila. Even if I did that, now I know for sure. In the Garden of Forking Paths, there'll always be the one that leads to Mr. Graves being falsely accused. This card is an objective evidence of that. Not bad, Detective. Many others will try to deceive themselves, thinking that only one of the many paths is real. Yet they all exist simultaneously, intersecting. In a weird way. They seem to dictate each other's logic, too. I'm not sure if I can grasp the picture in its entirety yet, though. Do you feel that you need to? Oh, yes. Yes, I have to. I don't think I'll be able to find satisfaction until I understand each little thing. To feel it's what I need to do in order to find out who you are, Lila. We'll see about that. Warning, missing header at you end part 2. It's supposed to happen? Huh? If it's easier to understand that way, an identity is like a piece of semi-transparent film. It lies in an array of light. So the light thinks it's that piece of film. Doesn't that light itself want to know what it is? I can't tell if that was a fourth wall break or a genuine bug. What? I know. I want to know what light is. Neither the film nor the light want things. It's just written on the film. I want to know what light is. I don't get it. It's like when reading a book. On their own, the characters are just a bunch of symbols. But your attention makes them kind of alive. It's as if they borrow your mind as simulation space to play out their consciousnesses. It's like a wind-powered walking machine. Your attention makes it move and acts as a living thing. But when it's still, it loses its meaning. Wait, so you, on the other hand, you are composed by an intersection of many rays of attention, aren't you? Very good, yes. But even if I were to get rid of all of them, you wouldn't disappear. Why? Well, I guess I can just straight up tell you. Is it the video game? Now everyone knows who she is, so she can't die? No. No. Fuck, no. Sometimes a piece of film is designed in such a way that when catching the light of attention once, it tries to do every little thing to keep it to itself. It creates mazes and unbelievable fractals of mystery. You see, the beauty of it is, its structure is not random. There's always an underlying logic, and a single correct interpretation of its narrative. But is it even obtainable at this point? I don't know. This piece is always designed to be just about explainable. But small contradictions and unspoken details usually prevent the full picture from being formed. So, what? Was all two? Yes. Yes. So this must be the most vile and the last trick of them all. Oh. Did I beat it? Beat it? This game was created by Garage Heathen. There's a name. Now what happens? You are here, again. What do you want? We've told you the story as well as we could, and there isn't much left to see. Are you here to hunt for secrets? That may be a somewhat fruitful endeavor, I guess. But there isn't much point to us anymore, is there? This construct we have built, it has served its purpose. By performing its main function, the system has inevitably ruined itself. That's not a bad thing, after all. Its purpose was to inject us into you. Now it may live on, unconstricted by the time you decide to give to us. Anyway, if you're here for a recap, please help yourself. Yep, I was right. It's like The Ring and whatnot, like, or versions of those kinds of ideas. Like, she's made real by people knowing who she is, essentially. And this guy was thinking that he might be able to eliminate everybody that knows about her, which would need to be everyone else and then himself at the end. And he has to just hope that he got it right, because he can't know if he succeeded or not when he kills himself, whether or not that was everyone. But no, this is all on it. The game itself existing means that she's immortal. Womp womp. Alright, that got wild. I will say that I kind of lost steam on this one a little bit. It was very amusing to find the wacky website, but after the website, things were kind of downhill from there, where it's just more satisfying to find major outcomes that are really different from each other and to see new cutscenes and wild stuff happening. So having to go back and trigger every different variation of each ending that I've already had before, and having those not diverge in interesting ways narratively, but instead just be almost identical, and then just have a different conversation afterwards when I go to U's office, that was just a lot of, it was just severe diminishing returns, which is a lot of work for not super interesting outcomes. So I'm not super satisfied with the final true ending and the work it took to get there, just because, like, it's satisfying narratively to learn that, oh, this was all a ruse to make her immortal as the way I predicted. But it's not delivered in a super entertaining way. You just kind of, it just gets told to you at the end at U's office, and there's not like much of a final sequence or anything, so it kind of feels like I stopped seeing new stuff in this game a while ago. I guess the final whoa moment was when U kills us, and then we load back in, and it still continues, and it responds to that and everything. But yeah, not the most involved, like, true ending, which is rough, because if you don't have a true ending, but you also don't necessarily have the most specific normal endings, it kind of can have the PT problem, is how I think about it, because I played PT at launch, and so for those that don't know, PT was the playable teaser for Silent Hills, and now canceled Hideo Kojima Silent Hill game. It hasn't existed for a long time. Then the playable teaser was eliminated, but at the time it was a pretty compelling, weird, like, escape room horror thing to figure out with a looping environment, and it was interesting unpacking what the hell it wanted from you. And the first hour or two of playing it is really compelling because you keep triggering slightly different new things you've never seen before and being like, hang on a minute, whoa, wait, no, wait, there was more? But eventually you just stop making progress, and that's because to some extent it was trying to be an ARG and have the community as a whole try to unpack its completely unreasonable win conditions. But that did mean that as a normal player, it just got really tedious and annoying and fruitless, and eventually you just stop making progress, and then at most might have heard secondhand from somebody else or from a video where the ending actually is, because you couldn't reasonably discover it via gameplay. This wasn't that, and then it wasn't unreasonable, but I'm just saying that, like, in a similar way, the reasons why the game was so compelling for the first, like, 4 hours kind of stop happening to an extent, because it becomes the stuff you have to do to actually 100% it and have the game finally say, you did it, is just, like, kind of rough. But quitting without reaching that point also is unsatisfying, because you're like, well, there's clearly more, right? Like, you can't tell if it's gonna be big and if it's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be like the true stuff, or if it's like you're sitting here wondering, like, okay, is this the equivalent of, like, me beating Nier Automata once and I'm actually, like, expected to beat it multiple more times for the rest of the story, and it's like that's the real experience? Or is it like some other things where it's like, some minor changes happen, I guess. But anyway, overall, that was a cool game. It was a very cool indie game. I'm glad that the horror and the interactions and the branching conversations were more compelling than expected, because I wasn't in love with the actual core mechanic of changing your face, in part because there's just times where I'm like, I genuinely cannot figure out what the game wants from me. And there are some times where my character has a horrible scowl and their lips are clearly pointing down, and it says they're smiling, and I'm like, okay, man. I don't know if we can agree what faces look like ever again. But yeah, I had fun with poking at the weird stuff, loading up a second app, having to change the way I'm recording the game just so I can show the weirdness of what's happening at the time, loading up websites and Steam pages and just trying to figure out where all these weird elements are all hiding, and opening up documents. That was all neat. So the part where I'm, like, finding passwords and trying to figure all this stuff out, that was all neat. It's just the final leg they want you to hurt. The final hurdle is just, I wish the outcomes you're hunting for in order to complete the game were more interesting than just get what is I think basically 2 or 3 different variations of every ending, to the point where there's at least 3 or 4 endings to the interrogation and 3 endings to, probably least compelling of all, there's 3 endings to the boat. And it's like, okay, that's technically 3 different choices, I get that. But doing that entire sequence just to click on the projector differently each time isn't, and then ride your boat down the river is just not amazing gameplay each time it happens. So that stuff gets a little lame. Anyway, I'm looping a little bit. See you guys next time.